Gotta start coming up with new dances each time. Even Tim got into it this time.
It's difficult to control that board and also do that. A lot of things at one time.
It's a lot of things at one time. I feel like that's what this campaign's all about. A lot of things at one time. I just added something new today as I was prepping stuff. I was like, oh, that's a cool idea.
No.
Honestly, anything to distract us from that giant monkey. Like,
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
I definitely thought you were going to say anything to distract us from that giant wall.
oh gosh, no, I'd forgotten about that.
Too bad, because it's still there. You're pretty perfectly separated around this wall. We have Liliana and Vicious on the west side of it. You got Bethen on top of the wall.
I like to straddle the wall, yes.
And then Heinrik and Gerty are on the east side where you had come from. After you discovered some kind of monkey people that I believe Heinrik was calling them beastmen because they have horns. Hopefully the image of them was shared on the Patreon. If not, then people can remind me to do that. When this episode comes out, I plan to share that image there as well.
Yeah, if it's not up, you can call Dan directly. His phone number is 867
P.O. Box G.
5309.
Yeah, P.O. Box G.
Good.
P.O. Box the letter G.
Yep. West Oneonta, New York, 13861, probably.
I don't know.
I don't know
West Oneonta. Was not born and raised.
Neither was I.
On the playground.
Is where you spend most of your days, I'm sure.
But that is our actual post office box. People wanted to send us stuff. Want to send us like a snail mail letter or whatever.
Like dirty socks.
Oh,
well, that was weird.
My parents always check it for us too, so you
Aww.
want to make it super awkward.
Have we gotten any mail?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Or we've only gotten bad mail and they refuse to tell me. They're like, I don't know what he's doing on that podcast.
That's odd.
Whatever a podcast is.
People keep sending him buckets of sand.
Now Timothy.
Dad, what are you doing?
Why is Jack checking the mail? I thought it was Tim's parents. Oh, it's Jack Tim's dad.
Dan and I are really brothers. I don't know if you saw all the comments on one of the last Lost Omens episodes, but we were dressed completely identical.
Whoa.
Who's surprised?
Oh, we were?
I don't think a lot of people are.
We weren't, but that's what they said.
A student saw the banner of our homepage, and they were like, it was a 7th grader. So he's like, who's that? Is that your wife? Who's that guy? Why are you wearing the same shirt? I was like, it's not the same. It's similar.
That's fair.
That's really funny.
From back when you, Danny and Tim used to sit on opposite sides of the table than you do now.
Just after we swapped out the Chromebook for actual recording equipment.
Yeah.
The Chromebook mic, the first, 12, 13 episodes of Big Fiction Energy.
Huddled around it in the dark.
Like the
with
time
a kerosene heater hanging from the ceiling so you could see what we were doing.
The time we tried to use that blue Yeti and it didn't plug in right, so then we realized it was just recording through the mic of the Chromebook, which was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It wasn't terrible audio quality. But now we've had a sweet setup.
Stop it!
Do you want to just read Tim?
What happened?
I adjusted her camera so she was in the center of the frame and then she went,
I saw him do it.
Awesome.
Oh, cool. All right, let's get over this wall, dudes.
So
I'm over the wall.
Yes.
You're over it.
I'm over it also.
So over it. I'm over
You haven't gone over the
Not
wall.
physically. I'm done with it.
You're emotionally done?
Mm-hmm.
Just going to stomp all the way.
I have a
the
broken
long way
leg.
around?
What do you want me to do?
It's just like a torn muscle.
We don't have a pulley system.
Let's see how Heinrik feels about this wall.
Yeah, so Heinrik had failed his test to climb up over, and then he rerolled it with a fortune point and failed it worse. So we have a couple options here. Heinrik could beseech the dark gods and get one more reroll. Or we could have Bethen make an athletics test to try to pull him up, but it's going to incur some penalties based on Heinrik's terrible roll. And if Bethen fails poorly enough, she could fall back over on that side.
Weren't you going to give us our fortune points back?
What?
I'm pretty sure you told me to remind you to give us our fortune points back.
I remember that now, because last time we were recording, we took a break for dinner, and I said, please remind me, I was going to have you do this. I was going to give you fortune points back.
Right.
It was the side effect of the migraine.
Yeah, and then I came down with a migraine.
Yeah.
We had to stop.
Yep.
And I was real mad at myself.
Yes, so we all get our fortune points back.
It's not pretty
Dan.
good.
Yes.
I feel like you're lying to me the way you're
It's
saying it.
theatrics, dear. It's for the people at home. They
I'm
like
not
it when
gonna
I
fight with
seem
it.
dishonest.
Like when you lied about shutting that door behind you in the office.
All right. So I'm going to make an athletics check, and now I'm full up on my fortune points. So we'll see what happens because my athletics isn't super high.
Here, I
Okay.
think that Heinrik actually is going to beseech the dark gods, though.
Ooh.
Okay.
Here's the situation. Heinrik is weighing the difference between 1/7 of the way to a mutation with being filthy on the ground.
Okay.
I believe they are roughly equivalent, and a little bit of mutation risk, probably worth it.
Your corruption threshold is 7?
Oh, Mo, it must be much lower. That's right, because I'm
His
thinking
toughness
about my
bonus is
Luka.
2. It's probably 6.
Oh, no.
Or even 5.
So what is it? It's
what
your
is
toughness
what is the
bonus?
threshold?
Toughness bonus plus willpower bonus. If you have more
Oh, Jesus.
more corruption than that, then you
Mine is
test.
8.
Yeah, that's,
Oh.
that's pretty standard.
Well, my willpower bonus is a 2 also,
Oh
because
no!
Heinrich is the worst character.
What is? How much corruption do you have already? Because I gave you guys a
3.
little bit. You're
Yes.
all right. Yes, please beseech the dark gods.
I mean, I already committed to it. It's no take backsies.
Good for you, because
And-
I would walk back on that immediately.
No, well, you see, the thing is that I don't actually love Heinrich. Like, bad things happening to him is just as funny for me as it is for everybody else.
Everybody loves to hate
my God.
Heinrich. That's the thing.
Thank you for making a lovable, not villain, anti-hero. I don't even know what he
I was
is.
like, is he an anti-hero? Like,
Not,
not really.
not even.
I don't know.
I
He's
don't,
just
I
not
don't know
a
if
hero.
he's really. Yeah.
It's just our punching
Well,
bag.
here's the thing, though. I did roll a 55 there, which I don't remember what check I need to make, but
It was an average athletics, so you get a plus 20 to that.
well, I still failed that.
Super worth it.
So now you're dirty and corrupt.
What did Heinrich put 2,000 experience into?
Being
I-
noble.
Society.
Yeah, here's the thing. I can't advance toughness or willpower in my current career.
You can
that's
just for double experience.
It's
That's
just it is what it is, Dan.
All
It can't be helped. This is the price of beauty and fame and nobility.
As my coworker says, that's showbiz, baby.
All right, so he'd still can't scramble up the side. Bethen was gonna roll to try to get. What'd you roll there?
I didn't roll.
You
because
rolled those dice.
I didn't. Okay, I got a 19.
I thought you rolled them before when he.
That says
Look
19.
at my
Okay, I
dice.
didn't say I don't believe you.
Yeah, roll back the tape.
Start over.
All right, so as
It's
Heinrich,
not
so
rules.
Heinrich does not fall. Bethen is you get a boost from Gerty.
Because I'm 8 feet tall. So it's like my
taller.
wingspan, I'm like dangling him down and he's touching the ground.
But yeah, Bethen makes it so you don't fall into the muddy river's bed here. But
Why is there a wall in the middle of a river? Sorry.
I never said across the river.
It goes all the way down to the river's edge.
Yeah,
We could have probably waded around it at this point.
but I do
Yeah.
believe I said the river was flowing fairly strongly here,
Yeah.
and I don't think anybody can swim.
Yeah.
Why?
Why would we do this?
Why would we have taken swim?
We're going to jungle, not pond.
He warned us we might need swim.
Yeah.
I don't
He
recall
absolutely
this.
did.
I
He
did.
absolutely did.
He definitely didn't say it several times.
Well, we are exploring the jungle, so I thought people would take some overland traveling type skills.
Hey, I took 5 advancements in outdoor survival. That should count for something.
I can cook food.
Oh, yes, me too.
I took 5 advancements in play bagpipes.
I didn't know that one. That's amazing.
And that's the clip. That's the clip.
I didn't even know there was a thing in this game.
That's so good. Play bagpipes.
Heinrik is the best character.
I need it to advance in my career.
Is it just like play instrument and you get to pick something?
And I did have to choose, and I chose what would be the most horrible.
My dad plays bagpipe. He used to play bagpipes pretty regularly, so I can picture that quite well.
Yep.
All right. Well, so Bethen doesn't fall off the top, luckily. Heinrik and Gerty are still on the eastern side, though.
Okay, Heinrik
just paddles her way up the river towards them and just like, hey, come here. Just kidding.
No. But she's probably gonna see Bethen like lean over the side, hear some noise, and be like, "Is everybody okay?"
Yes, I think so. Maybe not. I can't tell.
Everyone was adequate.
Adequate. Oh, that's a word.
I will get down on all my, hands and knees. And I will say, Heinrik, use me as ladder.
I'm beginning to think that perhaps we should be on this side of the wall.
I can't be on that side of the wall.
So you did see while Bethen was on top, she did make a test to see what she could see of the wall. And you see it goes north into the jungle. It was just the canopy and things are too thick to be able to see how far it goes. But you could potentially, that it can't go on forever because you went east past this way a bit north of here. So the wall doesn't just keep going. You could potentially walk to the end of it and around.
There's like a door like right over here. Do we want to try this or
you could swim in the river if you want.
No.
I can only imagine what the river would do to my outfit.
You're already wet because it's been raining for a few days, but you kind of got used to that.
So, you can crawl on my back and Bethen can pick you up, or we can maybe go further down the wall to a different wall place.
Well, I suppose if you're going to catch me in case I fall again, I certainly don't want to be in the mud. And if I have your assurance that I will not be in the mud, I will try.
Yeah, it'll probably be fine.
Gerty is very good at catching those who fall.
I'm a lot better when I'm also on my hands instead of my bad legs, so we got a lot working for us here. I'm very sturdy, Gerty.
All right, so if Heinrik stands on Gerty's back as he's on all fours, and you can kind of jump up and Bethen can grab onto your hands, I'm going to have Bethen and Heinrik both make an athletics test, but I'm going to make them both easy, which is plus 40.
Beautiful. Got it. One success level.
This is a test I can get. Oh, here's that 32 that I needed
There you go.
2 rolls ago.
All right, so you are able to haul him up, and he can climb / get pulled up by Bethen, and you're now both on top of the wall.
Now, can you all see the beauty of teamwork? This is why we have servants.
It makes the dream work, yes.
Indeed.
So you want to get Gerty up or Heinrik down first? Or... I don't think that was mine. Oh, it was mine. My bad. I'm the one that's added it. Do you want to get Gerty up or Heinrik down or Bethen down?
Well, I think it's probably like if Heinrik and I both pull Gerty up, that's probably the best.
Can you even reach him?
Can we even reach him?
So if you both lay on your stomach and reach down and Gerty jumps up.
I can't jump right now. I got the bad leg. I'll get the minus 20 today. It won't be good.
So you could jump with one leg.
Yeah.
You can just try to climb up as well.
Do you have a climb check?
Climb is a basic skill based on strength.
Yes, but I need for this, so it would be minus 20.
You can climb with one. Oh, yeah. So you would still be a negative to it, but...
Does my really long rat stick help?
Does our really long rat stick help?
Your stick with dead rats on it?
I mean, it's long. It's my quarterstaff.
You could pass it up, and then they could reach it down and help Gerty up with that.
Yes.
You're still going to take a penalty to this because no matter what, you're going to have,
Oh, yes.
your leg.
Yeah, leg will be there. Before I get off my fours, instead of just standing up, obviously, I roll over like turtle and then try to like rock myself forward so I don't have to put weight on that.
Okay.
Gertie's my favorite.
Whoops-a-daisy.
So-
99.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Well, I was gonna say that with all that help, I would give you a plus 20 to kind of offset some of your negatives. But with the 99, that's an auto fail and a crit fail.
That's a fortune point.
Fumble.
I
But
don't have the. Oh, did we really get them
Yes,
back?
we really got them back.
Oh, you are a
Yeah.
good liar.
You're not lucky. You actually do have some.
you're a good liar, he says.
Okay, let's roll this. Oh, there we go. Significantly better. 82.
I knew it was gonna be something like that.
But you say it's easy, so it's plus 40.
Not easy this time.
And then with us helping, it's very easy, plus 60.
He's got plus 20 right now from the stick and stuff.
And this is a what check?
I assume you're trying to climb.
Weapon skill.
Can he fight the wall?
fight
I'm
your way
grabbing
through
on the
wall.
quarterstaff. This is weapon. This works.
No.
Okay. How about the cool check?
Bethen and Heinrik to make a perception test. Just challenging.
I do not pass that.
Okay.
Heinrik is just focused on this dwarf wallowing in the filth.
Alrighty.
Jump, splut.
Gertie, I do worry about your injured leg.
Yes, me too.
Perhaps I will walk along the top of the wall here, and you walk along the wall down there. Let's just see how far it goes. Perhaps it's not that far.
Okay.
I think
Yes.
that is safer than potentially falling and injuring yourself worse.
Yes, I don't want to do this anymore.
Mm.
Let's stroll.
So is Heinrich going to stay on top of the wall, or are you going to use this time to get down with Lily?
Yeah. Hold on. You're telling me that ascending this wall was not a requirement the entire time?
Well, we didn't encounter the wall on our way out, so it stands to reason that it only goes a certain way.
All walls stop eventually.
I did warn you that the wall was a bad idea. We don't do climbing well.
You are so right. We shouldn't be doing any climbing. In fact, I'm going to go with you so that we can find stairs down.
Just never
Wonderful.
climb ever again.
Wonderful. There must be stairs at some point.
So was Lily going to walk along with them as well on the
Yes.
western side?
I'm definitely not staying by myself. So
What
yes.
a bunch of weirdos we must look like.
So yeah, Gertie's walking along one side of the wall. Bethen and Heinrich are on top walking along, and then Lily and Vicious are walking on the other side.
And Liliana is very much pampering Vicious the entire time.
Oh, yeah.
And cooing and petting Vicious's head.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, right.
deserves
She got
it.
Yeah.
hurt.
If we were
Taking
being
care of my
watched
puppy.
by Beastmen or Frog People or whatever, and they just see some dwarf on one end going, Well, people trying to pull him up, and
We
the
would make
man
it-
looking for stairs. It's a good time.
We would make a really great cartoon.
Oh, yes.
If we could make a perception check, I think this would actually be a really good layout for the party to be able to see in all directions.
Right, but that, is hinging on us passing a check.
Real quick, who's first on top of the wall? Is it Bethen then Heinrich, or Heinrich then Bethen?
I assume Bethen would be first. Unless Heinrich wants to go first.
Heinrich deeply wants to find the stairs at this point. He's pretty furious about the whole wall situation.
Yeah, go for it.
Is the wall really wide enough for them to pass each other?
Well, we can just say that
Let's just
Heinrich is
assume
pulled up on Bethen's
side.
left side, so he can be first walking
Would it be
north.
funnier if Heinrich was behind her, pushing her to go faster?
Won't you move faster?
All right, so you all head into the jungle, start making your way north. We're going to say it's going to be, if you guys are good with just keeping going, it'll take you you'll be walking for about half an hour.
Ugh.
Because Gertie's got to go pretty slow. He's not riding anybody at this point. So
Yes, I'm going at half movement.
I think you can only go about 1.5 miles an hour.
Yes. That sounds right. I believe you.
So
Okay.
You guys are walking for about half an hour. Every here and there, it gets difficult for Heinrik and Bethen, where you have to climb over or under branches that are sticking over the wall. But there's no part where it's totally impassable. And as you're going, it's getting dark. Just because you're in the canopy of the jungle here, there's no path or anything like that. But suddenly, Bethen, Heinrik was first. You feel like no wall below you. Like you almost step over an edge.
And then Bethen bumps into your back.
Hold on. Is there a step here below?
If you look down, you see
Heinrik's gonna stick his foot down, try and touch for the next step.
You do feel not so much a step, but like a slant.
Liliana doesn't know that they've stopped because they're up high. She's going to keep walking. So does she see the wall?
You do see the wall that goes on a slant down to the ground.
It's a slide.
It's like 45 degrees.
No, it's a jungle. It's way warmer than that.
Heinrik is not going to slide down that on his bottom. He is just going to like angle himself and then just kind of do like a little run down. A 45-degree angle is not that steep.
Like a Fred Flintstone down a dinosaur tail?
Are you going to try to slide or just run?
No, he's just going to run down and ride with the momentum of gravity.
All right. I'm going to have you do an easy athletics test to see if you can run all the way down.
That didn't help me last time.
Dan, why you keep making me roll athletics checks?
Because there's no like acrobatics in this game. Which would be better for this one, but...
Is the wall aware of his noble blood?
I'm going to spend a fortune point. That was an 87.
Oh, jeez. You're rolling like JB.
Oh, hold on. That dice fell on the ground.
Die down.
We don't like it anyway.
It's gone forever.
Right?
Excuse me.
Dan.
What?
That's an 80.
Don't yell at me when your dice are not... I'm not yelling, but I can't help what your dice are doing.
Get him better dice. You're the GM.
How many negative success levels is that?
On an easy check, that's just one negative success level because that's a plus 40.
All right. So unless you unless you beseech the dark gods for another reroll, you'll get most of the way down, but you kind of slip at the bottom where it's slicker than you're thinking because it has been raining for a while and you are going to fall to the ground. Not far enough to take damage, but I don't think Heinrik's worried about that anyway.
I think if Heinrik gets muddy, that is a valid punishment.
Can I make a perception check to see if I see him fall?
Yeah.
85.
Nope.
He gets to it before you because you're walking so slow.
Oh, yes.
So you're going to take that corruption or...
No, I think that no. one a day is good. Especially now that I know that I'm gonna have to roll for a mutation next time I do it.
Yeah. So you almost get to the bottom and you slip at that last little bit and you're probably like, oh no, and then just into the ground. One of my favorite things as a GM is imitating the characters poorly.
And Heinrik is like just extending his limbs out, like fully extended so that he's not touching himself. He's muddy and kind of wet and is just kind of having a breakdown about the situation.
Liliana, after hearing the noise, would immediately scurry over, attempt to help you up in all the ways Heinrik hates, like grabbing your arm, pulling you up, trying to dust you off, but smearing it all at the same time.
This is not noble adventure. There are no heroics. There is only filth. I can't believe that I've come down to this filthy continent.
That's okay. You're okay. Pat, pat, dust, dust. A little bit of smudge on you. You're fine. Is anything broken? She's even going to kick you in the side of the foot. Yeah, you see, you're fine.
I'm not even clear that you've washed yourself since the last time you caught a rat.
I did, in the tub. Your tub. Remember that? There was a whole bath. Vicious even took one.
It was a big deal.
Ugh.
It was a whole episode.
I know.
Oh,
So don't worry, I got no rat on you. You got probably have more rat droppings on you than I do at this point, considering how much mud you just fell in.
I'll start pouring my drinking water on Heinrik. Oh, we get you cleaned up. It'll be okay.
No.
Okay.
Liliana literally stops him, like plugs it up with her hand. Don't waste the drinking water on him. It'll rain again. He'll be fine.
The man needs to be clean.
That's what the rain's for. There's a river. We can go back to the river and wash him in the river.
It was a very muddy river.
It's still water.
No, at this point, let's just go home.
Okay.
All right, Beth.
You can take a bath again.
Okay.
You're gonna slide down, you're gonna run down, you're gonna
Would anyone mind, being ready to catch me on my descent here?
I got you.
We're all at the bottom. Heinrich's right there.
All right. Yeah, I'll attempt a controlled run down.
Okay. I made it easy, right?
Yes.
I love the idea of Bethen, who's like Amazon tree, jumping into Gerty's arms and her breaking her knees anyway because she's so tall.
Yes, I passed that. What did you say? It was easy? I passed that with 3 success levels.
Great. So you just kind of run down, you slide that same spot where Heinrich fell. You just slide a little bit, but you control it just fine.
Mm.
And you
Love
step
teamwork.
down, and you're back on Firmament.
Thank you, everyone.
Nice job, Bethen. Made it look easy.
Oh, very nimble.
Thank you. I appreciate all your helping hands. I do agree with Heinrich, though. We should probably get back to camp. That's where he can get cleaned up, and we can probably attend to Vicious.
But we let the wall defeat us. We don't even get over it.
I mean, you could walk past here, and essentially you've gone over it.
I guess I do this.
You step over that last the very bottom of the slant, and you're like, ha ha!
This is what it is like on the other side. Okay, let's go home.
Look at that. And you can tell Mary Beth that you conquered this wall.
Last time I tried to see Maribel, she's not even there. I don't think she cares anymore.
Oh, how sad.
Yes.
So what's your plan to get back? Same as before? You're going to walk back to the river, or
No,
do you
we
want to
take a
navigate
cab.
from here?
An Uber for sure. Monkey Uber.
Just like ride a ankylosaurus or something?
Ooh, where are those giant rhinos? Can we ride one of those?
Yeah, we should probably head back to the river and then follow the river back to camp. Unfortunately, that's a lot of walking for Gerty, but
Yes.
It was a pretty sound plan until this wall got in the way.
stupid. Bad GM.
A wall that actually still looks rather put together.
Mm.
Because
Yes.
there was no holes in it, and it was a actual slope. It wasn't like a jumbled, crumbled edge.
Who would put wall here? Elves don't build things. Beastmen don't build things. Do dragons?
It would do nothing for that giant mammalian creature, too. Thing's huge.
Yes, maybe it's a toy. Maybe he plays boxcars.
Blocks.
Blocks, yes, is what I meant.
Definitely blocks.
Could be. All right, so you head back. It takes you another half an hour to walk back to the river. And then you're going to follow the river back. Eventually, after about an hour or two, you find yourselves at the watchtower. Same river that Gerty fell in before and went over the waterfall.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you will need to cross that kind of bridge arm of the tower. The hole is obvious. That Gerty made.
I don't like this. I don't trust you. Do we have to roll
Right.
dice to cross it?
I mean,
All right, so we all cross it. Moving on.
what?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Yeah, you can cross it as long as you don't walk into the hole again.
I will avoid the hole.
Oh, yes, I
Good
do that
choice.
too.
Oh, very good. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll avoid the hole.
And of course, you can head down the ladder. You can see Helen is still there. making progress. Like I said, she had kind of basic colors blocked out. She's basically still working on that, trying to figure out her palette and everything. You've only been gone a few hours, so you can obviously this is going to be a long process. You can head down that ladder you had installed way back in the beginning. Gerty could refill his water skin at the bottom if he wants.
Oh, yes.
Heinrich, you can clean some things.
Does Heinrich want to clean in the pool here?
Absolutely not. We're going to get into the proper tub. We are going onto the boat.
It's longer being dirty, but okay.
All right.
I'm up for a real bath. Are there going to be bubbles this time, Heinrich? I want bubbles this time.
What you do with your own bath is your own concern. My bath will have bubbles, and it will be private.
As long as I can get some bubbles.
Oh, private bubbles. I knew this man. He's a general.
Alrighty, and with Gerty's slow going, it's gonna takes you. It's about 2 miles from the watchtower to Wissenberg, so it is gonna take like at your rate would be like 3 hours.
Okay.
So by the time you get back, it's like evening. It's dark. The settlement is pretty quiet this time of night. There are a lot of lanterns and torches about because it's still a relatively wild place, of course. But we know the barracks was done. The governor's estate was done, of course. And I believe by the end of this day, we'll have another building done.
The casino.
Oh, yes.
The kitchen that includes living space for Ket and Mort.
Whether it's casino or kitchen, fruit wheel might be there.
Winner.
And you can see the stables and barn are just about complete as well.
Wonderful.
More of the buildings that were prefabricated. They're just putting together. And there are 2 other buildings that are partially done, not quite yet.
You really must appreciate the ingenuity that comes with being from the Empire, with the expediency that all of these buildings were erected. Truly incredible.
I feel like every time we come back, there's something else done.
That's because there is something else done.
Right, that's very good.
No, but you see that one over there? I think it's a kitchen.
It smells very much like a kitchen.
I am hungry. Why don't we see if we can get something to eat before we inform the captain of what we saw?
Oh, yes, please.
Liliana's already walking in that direction. Like she has already veered the party that way.
So the kitchen... Go ahead.
My appetite soured hours ago. I'm going immediately to the bath.
We'll bring you some snacks.
Very well.
Yes, normally I would be, yes, but it's food time, please.
Food time.
There's lots of very long walks today.
All right, so you head to the kitchen. There's kind of a small, like dining room type area, not so much as like a cafeteria, but big enough to fit probably a dozen people, a couple tables, chairs. Not quite like a tavern situation, but more like just a smaller eating room. It wouldn't be like for all the men-at-arms or anything like that, but a few people could enjoy a meal in here at a time. Nobody's in here at the moment, but there is kind of a swinging door into the kitchen proper. Then they have kind of like a cutaway window with a shelf there. So you can kind of see in.
Liliana goes straight for the swinging doors. She's not even bothering to look at the window.
Boom, head in.
Nope, she's just whacking those doors open and going, what do we got?
So in the kitchen here, obviously it looks different than the kitchen, the mess hall on the boat. But it's pretty, all the things were brought complete from the old world. And it looks like a pretty standard kitchen you'd find in a tavern. You see there's like an oven and stove, and you can see they're both like, things are like connected to like a wood stove to provide heat, but it is like connected with all these crazy pipes and stuff, and all dwarf work that you're probably not used to, but it's kind of like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Very nice.
At this point, there's no fire in there now. The only person in here is Ket was just kind of like chopping up vegetables. And he's just like, oh, hello.
How do you like your new digs? This looks pretty good. All those pipes, are they as good as I think they are for the cooking?
Oh yeah, fine dwarf craft. Yeah, much nicer than the tent we had on the beach.
Yes, better than the ship.
The ship was nice.
Mm-hmm. All right. What's for dinner?
Oh, you missed. We did have dinner. We could find some leftovers quickly. Is the 4 of you and Vicious, of course?
Yes, we have to bring some for Heinrich, but it's up on the ship. Do they have nice things for Heinrich on the ship? He had a bad day.
Oh?
She takes a piece of whatever he's chopping and eats it. Just eats it. Yeah,
as a halfling, he's used to that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
He got a little muddy. I think he needs something little like a little love in it. Little halfling love.
Oh, yeah, let me find something in the pantry real quick. And he hops down from like a little stool because everything's like human height because all the sous chefs are humans. So he hops down and goes into another door there to like a pantry larder type area.
That makes it funnier that Liliana stole some food because if it's human height, she definitely had to like jump or get her own stool.
You just like reached up. You didn't know what he was chopping. Just reached up and grabbed it.
Reached around. Like he noticed the hand patting. She found one, ate it.
So he comes back out with a little bundle in his hands wrapped up in a cloth. And he's like, just bring the cloth back.
All right. And do we have anything for Vicious? Also had a bad day. Not about the vegetables, though.
Yeah, you could give her some of this.
All right. Is there enough in there for me, too?
He hands it to you and he says, should be good for the 5 of you.
All right. Do we want to eat it here, or are we going to go be nice to Heinrich?
I think Heinrich is occupied.
Okay. Starts opening the bag. Right there. Doesn't even...
I'm going to chat up Ket a little bit. That was hard to formulate into words. Chat up Ket a little bit. You know, as the physician here on the beach, you know, just kind of taking stock. I want to make sure that everyone's doing well with the heat, the humidity, nothing, the skin irritation on the other guy kind of like made me realize that people might have some underlying conditions that they're not super comfortable talking about. So just kind of like taking stock, seeing how people are doing in general.
Oh.
Yeah. So Ket, how are you finding life here in the Southlands?
Oh, well, it's not too different. Cooking, making food, making people happy with that so far. It's nice to have walls around me now.
Have you adjusted well to the climate, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, rains a lot in the Empire too, so
That's true.
not too different so far.
It's just
They were
warm
talking
here.
about it looks like it might clear up pretty
good.
soon.
Wonderful. Do you feel like you're getting adequate rest?
I've been real busy, but yeah, I've been sleeping really well.
Okay, good. And with the heat and the humidity and the rain, have you noticed any kind of like afflictions of your flesh, maybe?
No, I've had to dry my feet off a little more often, but again, now that we're inside, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. The stove's going to keep me nice and toasty, dry.
Wonderful.
Gotta take care of them toes.
Indeed.
Yes. Well, you know, please do make sure that you're taking care of yourself. We would hate for anything like that nasty rat fever to run amok here.
Yeah.
So
Don't need any more sous chefs getting sick. Won't be able to feed everybody.
no, goodness, no. And
Good,
luckily,
but not that good.
you know, Lily here, she's got the rat problem under control, but being a new place like this, we have no idea what kind of vermin, you know, could be spreading their disease and whatnot.
Yeah, I heard about that, their Menschenhof. Hope that doesn't come anywhere near here. That's what you guys are here for, right?
Absolutely. Look at us. We're clearly seasoned adventurers.
Yes.
Definitely. Nothing going on over here.
As Gerty limps in.
Right.
I need an extra stool for my leg, please.
There's a bunch of
There's
chairs
a lot
out there, yeah.
There's chairs. Let's go. If you want.
Oh,
Put
yes.
up. You can have all the chairs you want up there. You have one for each foot.
No, just the one foot.
Foot. All right, so is Heinrich, well, you have like your dedicated boat to go back and forth with the ship right now. Is Heinrich going to the kitchen as well and waiting for everybody to go, or are you just You're probably not. You don't want to row your way over there by yourself anyway. I'm sure.
I can see Heinrich going all the way to the boat, sitting in it,
And just waiting.
and
Yes.
then not knowing what to do.
Yep.
Every 15 seconds.
Or our other, is there anybody else on the island for you?
Well, most of my servants are like occupied.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, actually, I do think that Heinrich is going to sit in the boat and wait for somebody to get in to row it.
So how long do we stay at the kitchen eating?
Not
Well, you
long.
know Heinrich's not there, obviously. So
Right.
do you take a couple bites and take it with you to go, or do you all sit at a table and eat your meal while he's outside?
I assumed we would sit and eat.
I've
And
already
then head.
started eating it,
Yep.
but Liliana has no self-control.
I do want to also let Ket know what we were served by the elves as far as food.
Oh, he's very
I'm
interested in that.
Yep.
So I have to tell some of my sous chefs to be on the lookout for those things.
Hmm.
Or if you anytime you find something edible out there, you can bring it back or let us know where you found it.
Oh yes, my collection is absolutely growing. I'm
The-
happy to impart.
The monkey people, they were eating the boar. There's boar out there somewhere.
Oh
monkey
yes,
people?
there is more. Yes, we found monkey people.
Yeah, don't worry about them. They're don't bother them. They won't bother you. I wouldn't eat them, but they definitely killed a boar, and that would make some great bacon.
That sounds
I
like
don't
something
think
we
I
should
could eat
worry
them.
about.
Oh, no. Bacon's very good.
No, the monkey. What do you mean, monkey people?
No,
what
they
are
were like
monkeys?
a small like civilization. They had like children.
Yeah.
There, they seemed entirely like a cooperative society, very much like ours.
If they have babies, it means
Oh.
they're good guys.
Oh,
They
okay.
didn't hatch
I
from
was
an egg.
Oh, yes.
worried
Yep.
for a minute there.
Then they would be food.
Right.
Okay. Well, yeah, boar would be amazing. We could get a few. We could potentially raise more. We have some hogs with us, but they're not going to last too long.
Can't run out of bacon.
If we could
Yes.
if we could raise boar here,
Mhm.
then we could have a endless supply. It might be a little while between, harvestings,
Got it.
slaughterings.
Gotta grow them. It's true.
Yes. You plant pigs.
Not too deep though.
Oh, that's pequeños that get planted.
Oh, this is what they call them.
Pequeños? I forget how to say it.
Papitas.
From the Ender Saga. If anybody's read past Ender's Game, we'll get that reference. I think it's Speaker of the Dead. Get that reference.
2 people in the world.
And many more on the Discord where JB talked about that book.
Yes.
Yes. He did not talk about pig seeds, though.
Ooh, do
So you guys gonna eat?
milk the pig?
Oh, yes, we probably could milk pigs. Oh, I didn't think this at all. We need to get these pigs.
Yeah,
Milk
let's get
this
the boars.
pig.
Wow.
Oh,
That is
yes.
legitimately a short-term party ambition.
Oh,
Find
pig
something to milk.
cheese. Well, they don't have pig cheese in Empire.
Mm-mm.
We'll have pig cheese here.
It's a Southland original.
Delicacy.
Oh, it will be the reason to come.
Nice.
Pig cheese.
Pig cheese.
Why don't we milk pigs?
Oh, great question. It's because it's sour.
Hey.
You're welcome for that setup,
Yes.
even if it was inadvertent.
Very realistically, it's probably because of the volume.
Oh, yes, pigs are very loud.
Because like a cow's udder can hold a lot of milk.
I feel like a lot of that is from selective breeding. You probably could do that with a pig too.
mean-
Pig udders.
But yeah, but they don't have udders like
Not yet.
goats and stuff like that. Like dairy
True.
goats.
Yes.
So you'd have to get a little tiny milking machine for the itty bitty teats.
Yeah, because they're more like dogs where the teats are all along
Yeah.
their belly.
They have a lot.
Maybe that's why.
Maybe.
Too difficult.
Anyway, Southlands will be the first place we breed pigs for teats.
I'm good.
Who knows what Warhammer Southland boars look like? Maybe they have udders.
Yes.
And a unicorn horn.
No, that's called
No,
a
that's-
rhinoceros.
No, that's
We
called
are. We already met those, and they stampeded us.
That was just a male pig. It's different.
The first thing on Google when I type in "why don't we milk," The first thing is pigs.
Oh,
Pigs,
Oh.
horses, sheep, mooses.
Meese.
actually says mooses.
Yes.
Or is that wolves? Like wolves pluralized from wolf.
They're really, really difficult to milk. It's
why?
more watery than cow milk, and
Okay.
it's gamier than cow's milk.
Interesting.
I've never heard gamey to describe beverages before. I don't
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
Me neither. That sounds. Isn't that like why a lot of people don't like goat cheese because it's gamey?
I love goat cheese. If pig cheese turns out like goat cheese, we win.
Sign me up.
Yes.
So you guys
The other
probably
problem with
go ahead.
I was going to say the other problem with milking pigs is they like it just a little bit too much.
Anyway,
thank you, Alex.
we figured out the new goal today. This is good.
So now you have you want to find something to milk, and now you have a definite target. You want to find these boars.
Okay, one more interjection. So cows produce 65 pounds of milk per day.
What?
Pounds?
Pounds.
A cow?
A cow produces 65 pounds of milk per day.
I definitely didn't think it was that much.
As
You have to freeze it first to be
creature
able to measure it in pounds. I don't get it.
It's a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. As a creature who once lactated, it's a lot.
It's like
65 pounds of milk.
it's a lot of well, because a gallon of milk is about 8 pounds, or is that water? 8 or 10 pounds a gallon. So you're talking 6 to 8 gallons a day.
Whereas pigs top out at 13 pounds of milk per day.
Oh, that's not too bad.
13 pounds compared to 65?
Yes.
It's not viable, baby.
Well,
It's not even 2
13
gallons.
pounds of milk a day. Don't leave the pig alone. He's doing a good job.
And pigs can't become pregnant while lactating, unlike cows. So
Oh, so pretty not ideal. That's why we don't
it's
do
not
that.
viable. So there you go. The more you know. People didn't realize they were going to get an education here. They thought they were just here for the entertainment value.
You're gonna get both.
We would
Yeah.
mark it as as entertainment and educational if we had this on regular podcast distributors.
Correct.
Yep.
3 educators on this. Yeah, you're gonna be educated.
Right?
Yeah.
Games and hobbies, educational, pig milk.
Pig milk.
Those are the 3.
It's the name of our next band. Pig
Okay, so we sit.
What's the
and
name
we
of this
eat-
episode now? Pig milk.
Pig milk.
Put
We
a note.
sit, we eat, we talk about
milking pigs.
Cat-
I almost wrote pink milk.
So we're gonna
instead
have
of
to
pig milk.
figure out how to make like traps, because if we're gonna want to like domesticate these.
Oh, I got you with traps.
Oh, you do have set trap, right? There's also a wood elf scout that you could potentially pick.
A
their brain.
Kelty. Probably
Hmm.
doesn't know how to trap pigs.
And while we
Or
have
milk
this
them.
discussion, Heinrich is sighing sadly in the boat.
you guys are talking about
But
this
it's like-
over dinner. I was gonna say it takes about 15 minutes. Now this is gonna be at least 20, if not half an hour. How long does Heinrich wait? Are you just stubborn enough to just wait until they come back?
Yeah, Heinrich's not specifically waiting for the party. He would accept anybody who's willing to row him back to the boat.
Yeah.
So you are quite wet at this point. I imagine everybody who's got a cloak has been wearing cloaks for the rain.
Yeah.
Just would
I did not buy one, though. Wait, that's a different game. Never mind.
you could just have one at this point. I think that's
Yes.
fine. But yeah, so after 20, 25 minutes, maybe even half an hour, the three of you you finish up the food. Did you save some for Heinrich?
Yes.
They may have had to take it away from me, so
I was
I don't
gonna
need
say
it, but
I'll
they
make
did.
sure to like portion out some of it for Heinrich.
That sounds like a Bethen
Because,
thing.
you know, I know Liliana well enough.
It's not hard to know that much about.
So it's full dark at this point. You see Morisleb, very, very small, far north in the sky.
Stupid. No, go away.
Stay away from me.
I know I have you guys terrified of Morisleb from a Grim Podcast, A Perilous Adventure,
Yes.
which you should be.
Yes.
What's more slug?
Morisleb is the Chaos Moon. So Warhammer World has 2 moons. There's Mansleb, which is pretty much the same as our moon. It has the same cycle and everything. But there's also Morsleb, which is the green Chaos Moon, and it has a completely erratic cycle. And it's basically made up of warpstone, which is like chaos magic condensed into rock.
It's what Skaven used to like do their magic stuff.
Yeah,
Bananas.
they like a
Causes
snuff powdered
mutations.
warpstone.
Yeah. And if Morsleb is like out in full blast and you're out in the moonlight, you stand a pretty good chance of getting mutated.
Oh,
You just start stacking up corruption just because you're there.
that's awful.
Yeah, listen
Yes.
to Kapapa from like episode 30 on, and there's a whole bunch of stuff about Morsleb, and it's great. It was one of my favorite things.
It was not good.
Sadist. You're a sadist.
Only in this game. Yeah, so you guys finally meet up with Heinrik
Mhm.
sitting in the boat.
Heinrich, did you take a bath already? Nope. No, you didn't. I smell you still. You're fine.
Heinrich is just gonna sit in the boat with his arms crossed. He's outing / fuming.
Mhm.
Because he fell in the mud. Who's gonna row back?
Very tired. I don't want to.
I'll do it.
this.
I'll grab the other oar if we can oar at the same time.
Cool.
Okay. So it'll take a little bit longer than typical, than like when Otto was doing it, because it'll take a little bit for you to like get on the same rowing
Her arms
rhythm.
are longer
That's the
than mine,
word.
so this would be very awkward.
Right. So you
Yes.
find yourself, whatever side Bethen is on, you find yourself steering in the opposite direction very often and then she's got to like slow down or just stop for a minute so Liliana can straighten it back out.
Yeah.
I can catch up.
But you get to the spot where you guys can tie it to the ship, climb the rope ladder back up, and you're back on the Spirit of Valea. Though it is night and it does seem pretty quiet. There are there's always like a patrol of dwarves around. They have a lantern and they're like, "Not welcome back," kind of thing.
Oh, yes, thank you.
We'll be heading out in a few days. Just to make sure everybody's aware.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy the bubble bath, Heinrich.
It pains me to think that we will be leaving such luxury behind.
They can bring her dog, bruh.
Wait, you're leaving the Southlands? You're not going to stay with us?
No, the boats are leaving.
Oh, I thought you meant you were leaving the luxury of the Southlands. Like, this place is gorgeous. Why would you leave the Southlands? Did you not see all of, like, the plants? There are many monsters for us to gain glory from with killing.
So many things to milk here.
Also that.
Untapped potential.
Did you know that you can milk pigs?
No, I did not. And also, I would never want that. It's
But the cheese.
Heinrich, there will be pig cheese.
Yeah.
So well.
It will please me so much to return to the Empire and to think of this place as a trading post that I will never visit again. And with that, I am going to go to my bath immediately.
All right.
Great play. Liliana literally follows him.
Good night, Heinrich. All right, Bethen wants to report what we found to Rudy and find out what he thinks should be the next steps as far as the monkey people goes.
Okay. So either you'll have to take your boat back to shore or wait till morning, because you had found out yesterday Rudy is
Right, he's
at the
in the-
governor's estate.
yeah.
As well as Franz.
Yeah, I guess we didn't really have to come back here.
You could come take a bath.
You
I
still
know.
have access to your quarters. You could sleep on the
Right,
boat.
yeah, I'll sleep here. I'll check in with Melissa and see what's happening with all those patients and whatnot
Okay.
before, and then yeah, bath sounds nice.
Liliana does scurry back to Bethen and go, Heinrich's dinner! Heinrich's dinner!
Yes, not for you.
Ah, are you coming then?
All right. So I'll come to deliver Heinrich's dinner.
I'll go too.
Gerty
there
bath
might
party?
be piggy soaking vessels.
I
Yes.
absolutely think that you should soak your injured leg as well.
Yes.
All 10 piggies.
Mhm.
Oh, this will be nice.
Submerged.
All right. So you guys can head to. Did you want to go to the bath first, then talk to Melissa? Or vice versa?
We'll do the bath first.
Okay.
Yes, Piggy's our priority.
Mm-hmm.
So you all can go to that same bathroom as long as Heinrich doesn't try to like bar the door or anything, which doesn't seem his style.
It's a big assumption.
No, Heinrich is not like one to be locking his own doors. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't do all of the little things.
You assume someone else would have done that for you, even though they're not there.
Yeah, I'd like he just isn't in the habit of doing it because he's so used to other people doing it.
Exactly.
So then what does he do when Liliana actually does follow him into his bathroom?
Liliana, thank you for thinking of the food. And I'm going to get into a bath now.
She's
And
turning
I'm-
all the faucets on for you.
And thank you so much for turning these faucets. But I want to be totally crystal clear. This is a private bath that I will be in by myself without any halflings or other creatures or persons or really anything that isn't water or a bubble.
Where are the bubbles? Because there's no bubbles in here.
Heinrich's gonna kind of leaf around in the quarters. Would I be able to find any kind of like finery in my personal belongings?
I believe you
Am I
specified.
gonna find a fantasy bath bomb?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you specified in the beginning that you had soap as a trapping, so you could make bubbles out of that.
Oh, do I have soap?
I thought you did. I'm pretty sure Gerty does.
Oh, yes, and saffron.
I have an ear pick and a comb and 2 different sets of courtly garb, but I don't have soap specifically on my character sheet.
So it's something your servants certainly would have, but I don't remember if any are still on the boat.
Wouldn't it? It would be in the quarters, though. Have we unpacked everything?
No.
Yeah, so it sounds like there's soap here, probably. If not, I have some.
Yeah, you can find somewhere or use Gerty's. That makes sense.
Heinrich, I
Use
do
the
have
dwarves.
soap if you'd like some.
What is dwarf soap like? Does it have gravel for an exfoliant?
No, it has sand. It's different dirt.
Oh,
It's beach
okay.
dirt.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that before with Dr. Squatch.
Yeah.
How it has sand as an exfoliant instead of little
Funny.
plastic nurdles.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Heinrich is going to happily take the soap.
Oh, no, I only got the couple. I had to take out a knife and cut out a couple shavings and hand them to...
Yeah. Thank you, Gerty. And it's difficult for me to say, but I appreciate you getting on your hands and knees for me so that I don't get muddy.
Listen. No, go for it. Sorry.
And my only regret is that I cannot give you a title or position since we are not at the Bayer household. And I also regret that you were not able to prevent me from falling in the mud later. But overall, I am very grateful.
I am grateful, for your gratitude and this bath. Not the one that you're in, obviously, but this other one over here.
I mean, he's not in the bath yet. That one could be your bath. Gerty.
No, he was very specific. I am creature.
You are.
You are.
All right. You're right.
Yep.
So the three of you just wait for Heinrich to be done.
No, there's
Use
other
it.
bathtubs, yes? Like we said, no
Yeah.
one in his bathtub.
Yeah.
There are other bathtubs in the room.
Yes.
That one's ours.
I don't want to share a tub with anybody anyway.
I thought, because I'm pretty sure he meant the whole bathroom, but if that's how you guys want to interpret it, that's fine.
It's 100% how Liliana would interpret that.
Yes, he said, no, nothing else in my bath besides water and bubbles.
Yeah, no, I was being pretty bath specific because that is the danger that felt most realistic and most horrifying for Heinrich.
You did see Lily and Vicious, and then I think Lily and Gerty in the same bath earlier or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely Lily and
Yeah.
Vicious at least.
And then I fed Vicious the chicken leg, and then I offered to help Gertie come in because he was all dirty and couldn't get the soap out of his eyes or something.
Oh, yes, I put my
Yeah.
head down and she washed it.
Yeah.
That's right.
So helpful.
I held my breath and it got in my eyes a little bit, but I only cried a little bit too.
Only
Yeah.
a little bit.
And really, with like the water in your face, nobody could tell you they were tears.
Oh, yes, it's
Yeah.
just it's irritation.
Yep.
Not,
Just your eyes
not
got red.
cries.
Yeah.
Could be
Yeah.
allergies.
It's allergies.
Oh, yes.
All right, so you all enjoy a nice warm bath.
Piggy soaking tub. This is the piggy soaking tub.
Oh, yes.
All the
Your
piggies
piggies,
are
my
soaked.
piggies,
Piggy, can't you?
Vicious's
see?
piggies, all of the piggies.
All piggies, none milked, all clean though.
Very good. All right, so you have this nice bath. Everybody's nice and clean, squeaky clean. You share shavings of the soap. There's not too much left at this point.
I gave some to Heinrich.
You're gonna share it with Bethen and Lily.
Yes.
So you use like half the bar, shaving it off.
All right.
I mean, I'll share the tub. I don't have to have all the bubbles.
Oh yeah, Lily and I should tell. It was
Oh.
the soap. Only the third of soap bar gone.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't have to shave it off for everybody, I guess, if you guys are willing to just pass it along. You have to say
That's a lot of soap. Soap's supposed to last a long time.
Soap cleans itself, right?
All right. You think of the last thing you wash and the first thing I wash, or the other way around, but yes.
Alrighty, so you could retire to bed at this point. I know Bethen wanted to speak with Melissa.
Yes, I would like to go and speak with Melissa.
All right, so in the med bay, it's all kind of dark in here.
Mm.
You hear the sounds of people sleeping, just like deep rhythmic breathing.
Mhm.
You look around quick, you see there's only 3 people left.
Wonderful.
And then Rudolph is in that back room on his own.
Mm.
He still feels hot to the touch.
Okay.
Do you want to check him out any further, or you just kind of...
Yeah. I want to
First.
just give him like a look over and make sure that, his bedding is okay and stuff like that.
Okay, make an easy heal test to take a look at him. Could do like a quick checkup. I think it was just this morning you saw him.
Yes. Okay, I got it. On the nose.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
You see that he certainly doesn't seem any improved.
Mm-hmm.
His breathing does sound a little worse. As he's laying there, like even he's clearly like asleep, out of it
Right.
kind of thing, and even then his breathing sounds almost labored. Very like
He has rats in his lungs.
He might. Little tiny ones that
Little
fill
baby
the air
rats.
sacs. Yeah.
You have to burn them.
If they're babies, yeah.
I wonder if I can get him to like smoke a pipe or something to burn the baby rats in his lungs.
This will help us breathing.
That's a horrible. Oh my gosh, that's so gross. Oh my gosh, I guess I'll try to like prop him up so that he's not laying like completely prone, but he's like a little bit elevated in case like fluid is settling in his lungs. Look at me, I sound like a real fucking doctor.
You have for a while now.
Yes,
You
I
know?
tell you, you're real
Yeah.
legitimate.
Yes.
you could. He's a large, heavy person,
Basically.
but you're just propping up like his shoulders and his
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
It takes some effort, but you can stuff
Just
some stuff
imagine
under
she
there.
has to like get on top and like put her one foot like up by his shoulder to then like pull him like Bethen's like standing on top of him and then like
Yeah, it's not the most graceful
so
because
awkward.
you said you had 0 success levels.
correct.
So yeah, it's not the most graceful thing you've ever done as a physician, but it's enough to get him propped up where you think it might help.
Bedside
especially if it
manner
gets
is not
fluid.
super necessary right now.
I mean, he doesn't wake or anything.
Yeah.
So
All right.
all right, so everybody want to head to bed?
Yeah, very much.
I have some stuff that I collected and I'm going to like file it away,
Okay.
so to speak, in like, where I've been storing it for the long term or whatever.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
She files the D under. Wait, never mind.
Dopamine.
She files the donut under D for donut is what I meant.
I would
Okay.
really like a donut.
Sounds
Okay.
great.
Can you go get some of those Pop'ems?
No,
That
no, I don't need any more of those.
God, they're so good.
They are very good.
They're really good.
I already had pizza today. I can't eat more of that stuff. All right. So if anybody is down wounds, you get your toughness bonus back. If you need more than that, you can make your average endurance test, which I believe is just vicious.
Could Liliana use animal care before they go to bed? Because she would 100% take care of her dog.
Mhm.
Yes.
I have to roll less than the number, right?
Yes.
Correct.
I'm learning. That is not less than the number. So that's
As long as it's not a fail, like a crit fail.
No, it was 50.
All right. So, but Vicious will get her toughness bonus and wounds back. I believe she needs more than that. So you can also make an average endurance test for Vicious to get more HP back, more wounds. An average is plus 20. If you don't have endurance listed, then it's just a toughness test.
Yeah, that's what my brain was doing. I rolled a 13.
Nice.
Sounds like she's going to be good.
So 4 levels. She gets 4 more back.
Yeah, plus her toughness bonus, which I think is also 4, or is it 3?
Cool.
All right, so
Ooh, yeah.
she's fine.
A-okay. Great.
Before we go to bed, I do want to check in on Gerty because he is still like my patient.
Okay, right.
Oh, yes.
Gerty, how is your leg feeling?
I'm very sore today. We use it a lot.
Yes, we should probably try to do something that's less walking for you tomorrow.
Oh, this would be very nice.
Yes. Perhaps we can find a boat for the river. Like a small boat.
A riverboat.
And somebody else to row it. I'm not good at that.
Yes.
So as long as it's not after a very long day of only walking all over the place, I can row. And just
Right.
I was very tired.
You could
tonight.
totally steady yourself with one leg.
Oh yes.
Especially a dwarf could do that for a lot longer than like I could.
Or me.
I found something today in the jungle, and as my friend and co-adventurer, I wanted to run this past you.
Okay.
In the Empire, there is a tree, and the bark from the tree, when you have pain, if you chew on the bark, it makes the pain go away. It's a very bitter taste, though. It's not pleasant. I found bark on a tree that looks really similar to that here in the jungle. And I was thinking if your leg is hurting you, if you wanted to try it, you could chew on this. I tasted it. It's also bitter. I'm okay. No tummy boo-boos or anything.
This is like a medi.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Wonderful. Super. And do let me know if your leg, if the pain decreases or stays the same.
Gets all tingly.
And this would be a wonderful
Oh.
resource to have here because it's so readily available. I would hate for the apothecary to go through their stores of medicines so quickly before I've been able to test out everything I've found. But like I said, this one looks pretty similar to what we have in the Empire. So here you go.
I will chew this.
All right.
Cool.
That's actually how aspirin was discovered.
Oh,
So
we've been doing research between episodes. What's going on?
I listened to a podcast about it.
Oh,
So it's just like
Cool.
happy accident research.
like penicillin.
Yeah.
Oh, your research was happy accident.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I thought she meant. I was like,
Yep.
she didn't plan that.
Great.
Yes, I chew this.
So I'm gonna say you chew it, and we'll say that it's kind of a relative of that tree in the Empire you're talking about. It
Yeah.
will, as if you are actively chewing it, I'll let you kind of ignore the effects of your leg, but you're gonna suffer from -10 intelligence as it kind of makes you like fuzzy in the head.
Okay. That sounds great.
Especially at nighttime. Like,
Oh,
you don't
yes.
have to think. You're not milking a pig.
It will help you. It could help you go to sleep, but if you go to sleep while chewing it, you'll run the risk of swallowing it, and possibly even choking.
I mean, I was very tired. She told me to chew, I chew, and then I probably go to sleep.
I would say actually, after you're done chewing it, it would continue to give you those effects for like D10 minutes.
Okay. To be
So-
clear, I am not spitting it out before I go to sleep.
Okay.
I'm falling asleep. I am very tired.
Makes sense. So Bethen, if you could write down those effects I just made up for that.
So
bark.
you said,
And come up with a name for it since you discovered it.
and what was it? Minus 10 intelligence.
Yeah. So we'll say you can ignore the effects of you can essentially not totally ignore pain, but you can ignore the effects of that are derived from pain from a critical hit, like a pulled muscle.
Right.
Is what you have, right?
A torn muscle.
Torn
yes.
muscle.
Because Liliana does sleep in the same bed as you at this point, and it is well established. As she jumps into the bed, she's gonna be like, whack your feet, because that's how she would wake up a sibling.
Yes.
Whacking and be like, spit it out, Gert. Spit it out.
That's a nerd, though. That's nice.
Hey, it worked.
Very nice. Alrighty, so you get a good night's sleep on the
Stick it
boat.
to the wall next to the bed.
Stick it on the wall.
Yeah, it's like a
Save it
booger
for
wall.
later.
Liliana makes no comment.
How much of this did you collect, Bethen?
I collected
You rolling for it?
3 pieces.
I like that. Okay. You don't want to get too much in case it didn't work.
Right.
Sort of thing.
Mhm.
All right. We'll say that a typical, you just shaved some of the bark off,
Mhm.
is going to last for, I rolled it 2 hours.
Nice.
So if you shoot it for a few minutes before you went to sleep, it pretty much has all of it left.
It helped me get to sleep.
sure.
Nice. Those are good.
Alrighty. So the next morning, you all wake up to bright sunshine through the porthole, and the weather has broken. It's a little cloudy here and there, but not stormy anymore. It's not raining at the moment, but you can already feel that sun coming through the porthole is hot.
Mm.
So we will be testing for the environmental exposure type stuff throughout the day, depending on what you're wearing.
I don't remember what affliction I have, but it will take effect tomorrow.
That was the Solarium.
Oh, yes.
I believe Heinrik had it as well. I might be misremembering.
No, I do. I had 4 days left on my character sheet, so I just knocked that down to 3.
All right. So
Cool.
we're going into day 4 since you landed. You guys you head out onto the deck. Like you said, it's bright sunshine.
Oh, not
It's already
yet.
hot.
Bethen. Could you're doing that thing with my leg.
Yes.
and-
We
Daily,
need
yeah, right.
to do
Your
the
daily leg
massage.
treat is in the morning, so you can
Yes.
make a heal test.
I'm going to use a fortune point on that.
Wow, she must really like Gerty.
It's an important leg.
I rolled a 99.
Oh, jeez.
So I
She broke your
basically-
leg.
I tried
she
to
just got
dislocate
Charlie horse.
it. Can you feel this?
The pain has not diluted anymore.
There we go. So that is 1 success level.
All right,
Yeah.
so
no,
that would
I lied.
What?
2 success levels.
So it'll count as 2 days of time for the leg.
Great.
So I think that's 4 so far.
Yes, I'm down from
Two.
24 to 20 days.
All right.
It's a lot of days.
It's, there's many left. I take my booger wall thing off the wall and I start chewing on it again.
Great.
Cool.
So we'll see what goes on with day 4. Well, at least start it next time, because I'm sure we won't get through a whole day in one episode.
No,
Never happens.
not the way we run.
Especially when you
I don't run right now.
Right, you can't run. If Gerty
You
can't
can
run,
if you're
can't
chewing
get
that stuff.
Oh, nice.
But you guys got some reporting to do to talk about these monkey people, as you said.
We got some splaining to do.
Got some explaining to do. Pushing all the buttons.